Hello friends, welcome to video lecture on fluid mechanics. In the today's session, we'll learn about the description of motion by two different approaches. First one, Lagrangian method, and second one, Eulerian method. So let us start. Before that, it is very important to see the definition of fluid kinematics. So fluid kinematics is a branch of fluid mechanics which deals with the study of velocity and acceleration of the particles of fluid in a motion and their distribution in the space without considering any force or energy involved. So let us start the discussion about the Lagrangian method. So in this method, the observer concentrates on the movement of a single particle, the path taken by the particle and the changes in its velocity and acceleration are studied. In Cartesian system, the position of the fluid particle in a space xyz at any time t from its position abc at time t shall be given as, if I consider xyz are nothing but the axis, and if you just say, so what's about this one, the position a b c, and this one, this t indicate the timing. If you just see here xyz, along this xyz, this is the function of abc and timing. So this abc is nothing but the position. So every coordinate xyz is the function of abc and the timing. The velocity and acceleration components obtained by taking the derivatives with respect to timing. So this can be given by this relation. So if you just say, what's about the u is nothing but the small u indicate the velocity component along the x direction. Similarly, v and w indicate the velocity components along the y and z direction. At the same time, ax, ay, az, these are nothing but the acceleration along the x, y and z directions respectively. Now see how I can get the value for this one u. If I differentiate this one x with respect to this one time t, so this indicate the partial differentiation of the displacement. Okay, so you can just say dA by x by dA by t is nothing but the u. What's about the v, dA by y by dA by t. At the same time, w is nothing but the dA by z by dA by t. What's about the acceleration component along the x direction? DA by 2x by dA by t square. Similarly, this one ay, acceleration component along the y direction, is nothing but the dA by 2y by dA by t square. Similarly, az is nothing but the acceleration component along the z direction. So this must be equals to dA by 2z by dA by t square. So these terms we obtain here by second derivative of this one. Now at any point, the resultant velocity or acceleration shall be resultant of three components of the respective quantity at the point. So resultant velocity v equals to square root of u square plus v square plus w square, and acceleration term we can get a equals to square root of a square plus ay square plus az square. Similarly, other quantities like pressure, density, etc. can be found. So what's about the points to be noted about this method? This method is very complex method. So the equations of motion are very difficult to solve, and motion is hard to understand because observer need to concentrate on the movement of the single particle only. Now let us move towards the next method. In Eulerian method, the observer concentrate on a point in the fluid system. Now this is the basic difference between the Lagrangian method and Eulerian method. The observer here concentrate on the point in a fluid system, and here in this case the observer concentrate on the movement of a single particle. Here the movement of the single particle, and here observer concentrate on a point in a fluid system. This is the basic difference. So here the velocity, acceleration and other characteristics of the fluid at that particular point are studied. This method is almost exclusively used in fluid mechanics, especially because of its mathematical simplicity. In fluid mechanics, we are not concerned with the motion of each particle, but we study the general state of the motion at various points in the fluid system. So here, if we consider the velocities at point xyz can be written in this way. If I consider small u, small v and small w is nothing but the velocity along the xyz directions respectively, then we can write u is the function of xyz and time t, v is the function of xyz and time t. Similarly, w is the function of xyz and time t. Here the function we can get along the every axis is different one, that's why here f1, f2, f3 is written. So what's about the resultant velocity? So resultant velocity we can get ui plus vj plus wk. So what's about this one, ijk? These are nothing but the unit vectors. So vector form of this velocity we can get in this way, and square root of this one we can get the resultant velocity. So square root of u square plus v square plus w square. So let us consider this ay, this one ax, ay and az are the total acceleration in xyz directions respectively. Now in this case, the components of the acceleration of the fluid particle can be worked out by partial differentiation. So in this way, du is nothing but the dabba u by dabba x into dx plus dabba u by dabba y into dy plus dabba u by dabba z into dz plus dabba u by dabba t into dt. So how we can get the acceleration from this one? A simple way, rate of change of velocity with respect to timing is nothing but the acceleration. So what it indicate, you are considered along the x direction, that's why here the u is considered. Okay, now if you expand this term, already the dabba u term with us, in every term if I just say dt here adjusted, so dabba x by dabba t, here dabba y by dabba t, okay, dabba z by dabba t, here dt by dt, other term will remain as it is. Now if you look to us here, so what's about the meaning of this one? Dx by dt is nothing but the rate of change of displacement along x direction. Okay, displacement along the x direction means here whatever the velocity corresponding to that. So u is nothing but the velocity corresponding in the x direction. Similarly, this one dy by dt is nothing but the rate of change of velocity, rate of change of this one displacement along the y direction. Okay, so we can get the small v is nothing but the velocity in that direction. At the same time, we can get dz by this one dt. So what's about the meaning for this one? A rate of change of displacement along z direction with respect to time in t. So for that, as we know the velocity in that direction, velocity in the z direction we are assumed as w. Okay, so easily you can replace this one, this one, this one by u, v and w. Here dt get cancelled, and just see in the next step what we get. So acceleration here du by dt, acceleration along the x direction du by dt. Now here we can get the u, here we can get the v, then here we can get the w, and this get cancelled. So just see this step. So x is nothing but the du by dt equals to u into dabba u by dabba x plus v into dabba u by dabba y plus w into dabba u by dabba z plus dabba u by dabba t. Similarly, along the x direction, we can get the acceleration like this one, ay equals to dabba, dv by dt. And if you just see, the difference will come here only, dabba v by dabba t. This term will remain same for the next terms also. So here dabba v by dabba t and here dabba w by dabba t. This term actually changes with respect to every axis. If you just see here the y-axis with us, according to that, the velocity here we are considered as v. In case of the z direction, we have considered the velocity along that direction is w. So here the changes will occur, and this term remains as it is. Now for the steady flow, so what's about this one? This indicates the total velocity. So dabba v by dabba t is nothing but the 0, where this v is the resultant velocity. So dabba u by dabba t must be equals to 0, dabba v by dabba t must be equals to 0, as well as the dabba w by dabba t must be equals to 0. Means this three term becomes 0, and whatever the details remaining that actually written in front of you. Ax equals to dabba u by dabba t equals to u plus dabba u by dabba x, this term written as it is, plus this one v plus dabba u by dabba y plus w into dabba u by dabba z. Similarly the other terms written as it is. Okay, now what's about the acceleration vector? So acceleration vector we can get by considering the vector form of acceleration. So acceleration is nothing but here axi plus ayj plus azk, where this one aij are nothing but the unit vector. So I can get the acceleration value, so square root of ax square plus ay square plus az square. In this way I can get the total acceleration. Okay, so let us discuss one problem on the same topic. The velocity vector in a fluid flow is given by v equals to 4x cube I minus 10x square y j plus 2t k. Find the velocity and acceleration of the fluid particle at 2, 1, 3 at any time t equals to 1. The velocity components u, v and w are, now if you just say whatever the relation given in front of you, so according to that we can write one by one relation. Before that, just say, if you just consider v is nothing but, what's about this one, the general form of this one, vector form of this velocity, we know v equals to small ui plus v j plus zk. This is the original form. If we compare, so what's about the u, we can get u is nothing but the 4x cube. Similarly you can get the u term as this one, sorry, v term as this much. Okay, so what's about this one, minus 10x square y. Similarly what's about the next one, w, we can get the 2t, w, you can get the 2t in this way. So here you can get the u, v and w terms. So 4.213. So what's about the meaning for this one? 213 is nothing but the, here the coordinates given. So here we can get the x as 2, y as 1 and z as 3. Timing is also given at time t equals to 1. So what's about the u? 4x cube with us. 4x cube. What's about the value of x? 2 with us. Okay. So substitute the value of x as 2 here. To the calculation, get the value for the small u. So unit velocity, velocity along the x direction we can get in this way, 32 units. Similarly, get the velocity along the which one, y direction. So for that the relation with us, v equals to minus 10x square y. The value of x with us, value of the y with us. Just substitute the value of x, substitute the value of next one y. Okay. Similarly, substitute the value for this one t, and get the value for u, v and w. Now we know the velocity vector v at this one 213. This is the relation already from the problem with us. Okay, so what's about this one, the I unit vector will remain as it is. Okay, unit vector at the particular points will remain as it is. So we know the values for the u, v, w. So this portion indicate the u, this indicate the v, this indicate the w. So replace that every term because already the values of the same with us. Okay, so we can get that velocity vector v at 213 in this way, 32i minus 40j plus 2k. At the same time get the resultant value. So resultant we can get by taking the square root of this term. So square root of u square plus v square plus w square. Just substitute the value for u as 32, v as minus 40 and w as 2. Okay, so after simplification we can get the value for the resultant velocity as 51.26 units. Now what's about the acceleration? So acceleration, we know the formula, ax is nothing but u into dabba u by dabba x plus v into dabba u by dabba y plus w into dabba u by dabba z plus plus dabba u by dabba t. In this way we know the acceleration component along the x direction, similarly along the y direction, similarly along the z direction. So if you focus on the first one, what's about the ax? For that we need this one, this values, this one and this one. Okay, So first of all, get the dA by u by dA by x. I can get the dA by u by dA by x. For that, if you focus on the relation with us, u equals to 4x cube. So as we are just considering the x direction, just consider the u value only. If you just here ax equals to u into dA by u by dA by x. So here we need the dA by u by dA by x. So get the dA by u by dA by x, separate this term, okay, separate this term, separate, okay. Now what's about the dA by u by dA by x? For that, if you just see the u term with us, if you differentiate this term with respect to x, so what do we get here? dA by u by dA by x is nothing but 4x cube. What's about the derivative of this one? So 3 will come towards this side. So 4 multiplied by 3, 12. So what's about the derivative of this one? X square. So what's about this one? 12x square. Okay. Now you have to differentiate the same relation. This one u equals to 4x cube with respect to next one dA by u by dA by y. So what's about this one? If I differentiate this term with respect to y, so here this actually relation with us only in terms of x. So if I differentiate this with respect to y, automatically this term becomes constant, and derivative of the constant term is nothing but the 0. Similarly, if I differentiate the same term with respect to z, okay, here with respect to next one dA by u by dA by z, okay, then what will happen? Here no any term available with us in terms of the coordinate along the z direction. So again that term becomes 0, okay. So dA by u by dA by z also becomes 0. Similarly, if we concentrate on the same term, okay, if I differentiate this term with respect to timing t, so this term becomes constant, okay, and derivative of the constant is nothing but again 0. So only dA by u by dA by x term is obtained, other terms become 0, okay. So if we substitute this value here, automatically you can get the acceleration along the x direction. Similarly, you can do with the next equation also. You have to differentiate this one ay means acceleration along the y direction, okay. So u into dA by v by dA by x, the meaning of this one, you have to differentiate this one v with respect to this one x, with respect to y, with respect to z, with respect to t. Similarly, if you just see the next case, az, for that this is the next relation with us. If you differentiate this one with respect to x, with respect to y, with respect to z, with respect to t, okay, we can get the relations according to that. So see here the first one ax already at a 12x square and other term values also with us. Just substitute here and get the acceleration component along the x direction. So 4x cube. So how this 4x cube is written here? Because already the u term is here. What's about the u term? 4x cube. 4x cube multiplied by what's about this one? dA by u by dA by x with us 12x square. So substitute here 12x square plus what's about the next term? So next term with us v. What's about the value of v? Minus 10x square y, this term with us. At the same time dA by u by dA by y, this term is 0. Just multiply by this term by 0 plus next one dA by u by dA by z. W with us 2t multiply by dA by u by dA by z. dA by u by dA by z is here. dA by u by dA by z again 0. The next one dA by u by dA by t, this is also 0. So in this way you can get this relation. After solving this one, we can get after solving and substituting the value of x. Just solve this and substitute the value of x. So already the value for the x with us. Here this indicates the value of x, y and z, okay, at time t equals to 1, okay. So here we can just substitute the value of the x term as well as if you just see the next term, this term is 0. Oh, sorry, here in this case this term becomes 0, and just after simplification we can get the acceleration value towards the x direction, okay. So in this way I can get the value for the acceleration 1, 5, 3, 6 units. Similarly, you can get the value for ay. Ay is nothing but here. You have to just differentiate the previous terms. If you just see here, I can get the ay. For that, this relation with us. u into dv dabba v by dabba x plus this term. So you need to get the value for this one, this one, this one, and this one. For that you need to differentiate this term with respect to x, with respect to y, and with respect to z, as well as with respect to time t. So once we differentiate this term, what we get? We can get the information regarding this one, ay. So ay is nothing but here 4x cube multiplied by whatever the value we get after taking the derivative. Just here this one dabba v by dabba x. Dabba v by dabba x is nothing but here you have to differentiate this term. Differentiate this term with respect to x. Okay. For that dabba v by dabba x. Now take the differentiation of this one. So minus 10 multiplied by 2 will come here. 2x, again derivative of x is nothing but the 1. So minus 20xy. Okay. In this way you can get the derivative of that term. Okay. In this way. Similarly, if you just see the next one, you have to differentiate the same term with respect to y. So what's about the dabba v by dabba y? So in this way, if I take the differentiation of this one, so y, derivative of this y with respect to y is nothing but here 1. So what do we get here? Minus 10x square. Similarly, if I take the differentiation of this one with respect to z, so what do we get here? Here we can get next term is 0. Here dabba v by dabba z is 0. Similarly, dabba v by dabba t 0. Similar case with the next case, and we can get the information regarding this one ay. For that, just substitute all these values here and get the answer for the same. Here you can get the ay as 320. At the same time, we can get the answer for this one az. So az we can get by, first of all, you need to differentiate. We can get the value for this one dabba w by dabba x, then dabba w by dabba y, then dabba w by dabba z, then dabba w by dabba t, in this way. So once we differentiate the dabba w, this term dabba w by dabba with respect to x, if you just say no any term available in this equation with respect to x, similarly with respect to y, similarly with respect to z, so every term, this one, this one, this one becomes 0. If you just see here dabba w by dabba t, if you differentiate with respect to time t, what do we get here? 2. If you just see, only you can get here a 2. So if you just substitute all this thing in equation number next one to get the acceleration along the z direction, so we can get in this way. So we can get the value for the same as 2 units, because the other terms automatically 0. So every term actually multiply by 0. That's why we can get the 2 term as it is. Don't consider this one 1. Here the 2 units with us. So we can get the acceleration in terms of vector form like this one. The acceleration is nothing but here axi plus ayj plus azk in this way. So already the value for the ax with us 1536. Apart from this one, ay with us 320, and next one az with us 2 units. Just substitute here and get the value for acceleration. So acceleration with us square root of this one 2 3 square of this one, then square of this one plus square of this one. Just solve this, we can get the value for acceleration as here 1568.9 units. Thank you. Hope the concept in the today's lecture discussed clear to you.